Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today we are playing some No Man's Sky. We audibled a little bit. Nani wasn't feeling the best today. I totally get that. We all have bad days. So we're audibling. We're going to some No Man's Sky since It Takes Two requires two people. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this for an hour, hour and a half. Take a little break for dinner, and then we'll be back at what was that? We'll call it 8 p.m. Eastern for some ESO. Elder Scrolls Online. Let me just double check, make sure everything's looking good here on the stream. Stream is looking good. We have audio, first time for everything. And I am going to be, I hope you'll forgive me, I'm going to be sipping a little cafe here. And yeah, we're gonna hop into some No Man's Sky. Wait, is the game, there we go. It's like, uh-oh, is the game working? Is it freaking out with the controller because I used a mouse? It's possible. It's possible. How do we get the controller to start working again? If I don't want to get in with, you know what? We might just have to exit out. I'm sorry. We'll just quit the desktop. We'll jump back into the game and make sure that the controller is working. Let's see here. Controller does not want to, even though we're in big picture mode, this is probably a Microsoft problem. I've been having a lot of issues with upgrading to Windows 11 was a huge mistake. I was just like, YOLO, let's just give it a shot. Like, I know I've heard it's bad. It probably will be, but it's probably manageable bad. I don't use it for my daily work. And, yeah. Maybe? No. Quite odd. What should we do here? Let's try powering off the controller and turning it back on, because that often works. Sorry guys, this was working a few minutes before I hopped on stream as I tested it. I'm having a problem right now with Windows 11. If you're curious, because this might be important to somebody out there, where my Xbox controller, right, like not an off-brand controller or anything, or even like a super duper fancy aftermarket, professional Xbox player kind of controller, just a regular, Xbox, which is owned by Microsoft. They're all the same company controller, and it will not connect. It will not connect via Bluetooth anymore, and it like starts to connect, and then it'll like it just freaks out and goes back and forth between connecting and not connecting, and it looks like it's doing the same thing again. So we'll try this one more time. Sorry guys, nothing I can really do about it, unfortunately. Hey, it's working in here. Okay, we'll see. Fingers crossed. Maybe this will work. Hey, there we go. Cool. All right, awesome. Hopping into some No Man's Sky. I've been really enjoying playing this, and we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. I'm trying to remember from last time. I think we were, if I'm remembering this correctly, it just takes a second to load in, guys. So this is really streamer friendly because I can like chat with you guys for a second before being like, oh god, we're playing. We're trying to work on the quest because that's gonna, like, it's kind of a tutorial and everything. It's gonna help us unlock everything. We have now been to the space station. We've also built our own personal teleporter, which is really cool. We got our solar power here, which looks like it's turning off for the day. I also don't seem to be able to move, but the mouse and keyboard are working. Just gonna fiddle with this for a second. Well, this is frustrating. Nothing. Hey, oh, okay, okay. It just suddenly started working. I did nothing. Okay, cool. we have the controller back. Let's hope it stays there. Cool. All right, we have our own personal teleporter here, which is really cool. We can return to the space station anytime we want. We still have a random door for no reason. We have our construction unit, and then our computer archive, our base archives. Is that what the base archives? And then we also built a battery, which you can see is ticking down right now because it's only powered by our solar panel. And then I guess it keeps the teleporter powered at all times. Seems like we could turn that off. Maybe you even can actually, but we're gonna let it roll. Hopefully, we generally have enough power to last through the evening. I don't notice, a lot of, oh gosh, sorry. I don't notice a whole lot of clouds in the sky and on most occasions. So hopefully we get a decent amount of solar power here. Let's just look, visit the base computer, use archives to decrypt the code acquired from the space station. Okay, that's what we need to do next. So the bottom right is just going to be our tutorial, kind of telling us what to do, our main quest, really. Archives terminated. Select new task. Begin decryption. All right, we're decoding. Message follows. The traveler finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place among the stars. Signal acquired. Life signs detected. What? Reach the decoded coordinates. Are we going in space? Are we going to another planet? All right, encoded signal received, coordinates logged. Reach the signal. What do you mean reach the signal? Like is there, I just want to confirm that we're going into space and that, here, I should look around a little bit. Is that the signal? There's something. I have no idea. I'm looking around to see, is that a quest marker? I don't know. Am I being stupid, just like looking straight up and staring at the sky? I have no idea which direction to go. Wait, is that it? Did I not see this a while ago? Oh. Possible distress signal. I mean, I feel like I should go there. Let's hop on the ship. I honestly don't remember if this has always been here. I mean, it's been 4 or 5 days since I played. That means that's multiple sleep cycles. All right, cool. We can arrive there very quickly, at least. Why are we hardly getting any? Oh, okay. The time was dropping down because it was adjusting for our new speed. Oh man, it's a minute away. Okay, so it's a decent ways. Cool. I just noticed it even says my username, Night Haro, down in the corner. That's cool. Really, I've played a handful of space games recently, and I really like the way that they've done this. A lot of the stuff in No Man's Sky, from my, again, still very relatively new, perspective, is, how do I say this? A lot of it is like implemented in a very straightforward, hey, if I was going to do something and you asked me how to do it, the first thing I said is kind of how they would do it, right? Like the flight and everything else. But I will say that they have definitely refined things over time, and it's really appreciated. And the other thing is that, having features that are not that function well, even if they're not crazy crazy, like complex or original or whatever. Just having nice features, just having nice things is, I think we're here. Oh, is that it? Oh, it's a crash. We're gonna do a little aerial recon first here, and then take a look at this thing. But just having the features, period, is what matters, you know. And having a basic implementation. Some of it I have been a little bit. I haven't said anything on stream necessarily. I'm trying to land. Okay, there we go. Like before I run into the side of this hill. I haven't said anything on stream, but, you know, they felt pretty basic. And, you know, it's like, I wish the flight was different. I wish it was, you know, this, that, or the other. But honestly, I mean, they've got a ridiculous number of features. And flying around in space is better than some of the really big, you know, quote-unquote AAA game companies that I have seen. And I know it's taken years and years to get here, and there was, you know, the way that it started out, there wasn't enough features and what have you, but just a lot of respect and a lot of props to this, to these guys for you know, coming through and for adding these features and for making this game and continuing to work on it. Clearly a labor of love. MS Wings of Anomaly. Log damage. Partial records available. The signal led me to the wreck of a freighter. Colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nothing but the misfiring circuits of a long-forgotten ruin? Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's log, blinking, awaiting input. I think we'll request the log. Instead of displaying the ship's log, the terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers. They are followed by a short message. The anomaly comes from the stars. Take flight. A schematic of a hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. Oh, do we not have a hyperdrive? we couldn't even travel between the stars if we wanted. Hey Mel, how's it going? Nice. All right, cool. I like your fun little was that like a wolf guy? That's fun. Oh, awesome. Are you going to be healing? No worries if you're doing the Zero thing. Don't die in PvP because of me. That's exciting. Mel's going to be joining us after this for our ESO play. Cool. Well, let's take the blueprint. I pulled a blueprint from the computer, and this hyperdrive blueprint is for the conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. Interesting. Cool. We need some chromatic metal, which I think we needed anyways. And we need some microprocessors, which I don't think we've made any of those. I think those are all salvaged. Cool. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Hey, Strider, what's going on, man? Have you played some No Man's Sky? We're going to be, just FYI, we're going to be joining Strider. We're going to drop in for some Helldivers, too, after ESO. I don't think it actually have it up yet. And doing a little hell dive. And then this coming weekend, we're going to be doing, we did fire only last weekend. I know I mentioned this before, but I'm really excited about it. This coming weekend, we're going to be doing bots, and we're going to be doing plasma or energy weapons only. So, oh, you've played a ton. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. I don't know what I'm doing besides having fun, which I definitely am. I know you said you're a space nerd, so that makes sense. And we're talking about some other games the other day on stream, so that's cool. Recommendation: install hyperdrive. Seems like a good recommendation. Installing a hyperdrive in the Starship will allow long-distance interstellar travel. Excellent. All right. I just want to look at these steps. Begin installation, acquire components. Okay, that's just like a basic checklist for us. I'm not used to playing on controller, guys. Sorry. Sometimes I hit the wrong button because it says B, and I'm like, I don't know which one's B. All right. Well, cool. I think we'll have to... Oh, we have something that we can start to install? We don't need to just go get... That's interesting. I assumed we had to go get some parts. Also, this is a huge ship. Surely we can salvage some whatever kind of metal we need from this. I have a feeling we can't, but I think we should be able to. Let me see if I can remember how to sprint. There we go. All right. And then with A. Why is it saying A? Because A is like jump. I'm very confused. All right, let's take a look here at what we're gonna need. Oh, wrong button. Let's take a look at, oh, there we go. I was gonna actually look for something else, but I think that's where it's telling me to install the hyperdrive at.
Technology installed.
All right. Yep. We need to apply. Yeah, we don't have those yet. Okay, cool. All right, well, it's there. That's nice. Our metal, I think we went to, you know what, maybe we were in the right place. So we want to look at, we're trying to figure out how to get that metal, is what I'm trying to figure out. Materials and items, perhaps? I forget what it was already called, or I already forget what it was called. Was it one of these? I don't think so. Was it? Is it exotic? Yeah, chromatic metal. Okay. Processed metal alloy created in a refiner from the stellar materials copper. Oh, yeah, cadmium, emeril, and indium. Is emeril a actual element? I mean, it probably is, and I just don't. I'm pretty sure the other three are. I mean, cadmium definitely is, unless they're just something different. This is the part where I turn to my wife, who's a chemical engineer, and ask her. But she is, she's at the gym. So, okay, rare produces more. Yeah, I remember that kind of from last time. So we're going to look for copper. I'm going to try to remember that also those other metals will work. New guide unlocked, how to make money. Yeah, I appreciate that there's a guide. I really do. I'm not on that level yet. So I'm just gonna look for some copper. We're gonna keep it simple, and some of my keeping it simple, just so that I'm sharing with everybody. And I'm somebody who plays a lot of games. Play a lot of games all day. I guess when I'm not working, I am playing games. You know, this is games like these MMOs. They're the same. They can be information overload. Just you know, put the blinders on, put your head down, and just, you know, do what sounds fun. Don't stress about what you quote unquote might need to do or something. We've got some copper. We've got some copper that is like, I don't know if that's okay. That doesn't seem too far. It's like, I don't know if that copper is like far enough away we should fly. It does cost us a decent amount to get in our ship. We will, you know what I'm really looking forward to is I would like a mount. I'd like some sort of vehicle or maybe an animal friend that we could hop on to fly. That would be awesome. Nice. Well, yeah, it shouldn't be too bad walking over there then. I mean, after playing Ashes of Creation and running all around that, walking here for a minute or two is not too bad. Oh, do you have to buy microprocessors? Okay, well, I mean, I appreciate that they're going to give us a guide if we have to actually buy those. I'm not moving the screen a whole lot. It's kind of moving on its own, and it's kind of weird. What do we got here? Sodium. I think we always want to grab sodium-rich plants. Because, oh, man, one of these guys again. Why? Those guys are trouble. Oh, my gosh. Is he still after me? They just won't stop. Sorry, guys. I know some of the plant matter getting in the way of the screen is kind of it's a lot for me, and I'm the one playing, so it's got to be a lot for you guys. Sorry about that. Oh man, is it hanging out? Our copper deposit is by another one of those creatures. I'm just going to double check. YouTube is telling me that chat disconnected and then maybe reconnected again. Okay, it looks like we're doing okay. Oh my gosh, he's aggroing. Well, dude, can't you see? I'm trying to figure out chat here, man. See, this is why you guys are not probably going to make it. You know, you're too aggressive. Gotta learn to cooperate. That's the way to survive. All right. So we've got, I hope that our terrain manipulating tool. Oh, we might. Oh, it's just right on the surface. Okay. Oh, we do use our terrain manipulator for this. Oh no. Are we wasting it? That sucks. Well, we don't care about the silicate powder, but I'm afraid if I get rid of it, it's just gonna like give us some more. Carbon versus condensed carbon. I mean, we can get carbon anywhere, right? We should be able to. How do I get rid of it? Do I press and hold? That's what it is. Okay. Jeez. Well, hopefully we didn't waste a lot. Hate that. Hey, plenty of copper. Cool. Do I need to be... No, it says still used. Okay. I don't really seem like I'm getting a lot, though. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. Got smuggling black market goods. What? I honestly, I probably knew at one point, but I forgot. I can be a criminal? Oh, man. I think we're going to have to try that out. No, Lyriel. No, I'm just mining some copper here. Just mining. It's the only thing that's going on. I would never harm any creatures that I could help. It's not worth it. I know the price I'll pay. Lyriel, we did have a question for you. You don't have to answer right now if you're busy. Am I in the right place? Oh, never mind. At a random... I didn't really need you to answer, but I had a random chemistry question I was going to ask you. There was some particular element that I was like, is this real? 3 of these are real. I don't know if this fourth one is. This is how we mine copper in IRL, I think, too, right? Just zap it with a laser. Funny pieces. Yeah, like this is kind of what I was talking about, where you have pieces that are just kind of like, this is floating in the air, right? So this obviously doesn't have a crazy degree of polish. Okay, there's floating metal pieces in the air, right? You could argue that this does not have a great degree of polish. The thing is, the features in the game, it's fun, and honestly, I don't care. It doesn't really bother me that this is the kind of jank where you're like, this doesn't bother me. I'm fine with this. And I think that's what a lot of things are like in Star Citizen. And the thing is that I don't know if this is true for video games in general, or this game in particular, this engine or what have you. But a lot of things in life, getting that last 10% is the most difficult part. And if you can do the 90%. And do even more of the 90% when it comes to a game that you want to be feature rich, it feels like the right choice to me. It feels pretty good, and I really like that they have done that with No Man's Sky. So many games that I've played recently and just historically, they'll have things that won't work right, and it's like, well, I'd rather a basic feature that's fun than a complex feature that doesn't really work, for example. And so it's, there's more to be said about that, but I really do appreciate it. Okay, I think we got that whole, man, that was a lot of copper. We're open pit mining here. That's not incredibly great for this planet. How much did we get? Oh, it's on the starship. Cool. I mean, that seems like a lot. I don't know how much we need to make that metal. You know what? I do have my... I think I have my portable... Is it a refiner? What is it? Yeah, it is a refiner. I think I have my portable refiner. How do I place this? Is there a trick for placing it? Starship out of range. Okay, that's for quick transfer. I honestly don't know how to grab it out of my inventory. I will try clicking some buttons. Nope. I mean, move and stack and quick transfer seem to be my options. Hey, Jeremy, what's going on, man? Mel says, "What are those things called?" Oh, those the creatures, the troublemakers, or do you mean something else, Mel? The the species that wants to fight itself into extinction. Let me see if we can find one. Why is everything shaking? Is that from starships flying overhead? I don't see one. I see these guys. They're fun. Gentazopi. H. Gentazopi. And I'm not sure what those other guys are called. All right, well, we got a bunch of copper. We'll head back to our ship. We should figure out somewhere here how to actually place this thing. I'm pretty sure it's the first thing I placed at my base, so I don't think it requires an external or separate power source. I don't believe. So in theory, I can just like put it out and use it. I mean, it is a portable refiner, so I would assume that comes with the territory. Yeah, the screen sure does move a lot, all of its own volition. I don't love it. I think it's like an auto. It's just like a help feature, but it's kind of weird. Jeremy says, "Sad, can't update any games on my PC. Battle.net and Stream says nope." Oh no. Oh, that sucks, man. Hopefully it's an easy fixable software problem and not the SSD. Alright, live support. I think we can... One of our buttons here. Oh, that was interesting. There was a third. I don't know what that... I don't know what the our reticle in the center was like swirly for a second. Not sure what that was. Wasn't our terrain manipulator. You can update on Steam Deck. Oh, that's... Okay, but the PC's not working. Well, you know, could be something else. You're out of space? I hope you're out of space. I've had a couple SSDs go out on me, and it is it's kind of a bummer. Okay, so we're back to our ship. Let's see if we can use this again. I'm looking on my screen just to see if I literally don't know how to just use this thing. All right. Is there like a menu? Do we have like a separate menu that we put it out? Maybe that's it. There we go. Cool. All right. And then we can use it now. Okay. We just had a different menu. Can't use it from that menu. Or like click use on it, turns out. So I don't know if we just put the copper in and it automatically knows that it wants to be the chromatic metal. Oh, did I pass it? No. Or what? But I guess we'll see. Oh, it does. It just wants to be... Oh, we need a fuel inverter. Oh. Charged with carbon or condensed carbon. Okay, cool. We got plenty of that, I'm sure. How much is it going to take? Oh, man. Okay, that was all of our condensed carbon. We might need to grab some carbon, because we will need it for some stuff. I should have, I guess, grabbed some or condensed the carbon that I had. It's a lot. I know all the experienced players are like, what is this idiot doing? And the answer is the best I can, but there's just a lot still. All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Hope the SSD's okay. Yeah, Mel, I'll keep an eye out and see if we can't find one here in a second. I think the problem is for me to where I just went, I had to eliminate the ones that aggroed. I don't know if we want to be like saving some of this or if we just like condense it all. I think we can go back from some materials where like we went to, you know, some of it's like, I don't know if it works the same because it's like condensed carbon. You can go back to carbon, I believe, and a few things that are like that. I don't know if, since this has a different name and it's not just a condensed version of the same thing, if it's the same or if it's different. All right, we'll call it there. We'll save a little bit of carbon. Oh, it didn't stop. How do I, yeah, there we go. I gotta click stop. There we go. People have given me a hard time about it. I know that, like, okay, you got to click here and whatever now, and for people that have played, you're like, durr, but I'm just not used to games with it being like that. And I also have to, I think, grab the copper out and put it back. There we go. Okay, surely that gave us enough. I don't remember how much we needed, but that gave us quite a bit. Stolen DNA samples. Oh, this is the smuggled goods. Okay. This is what it wants us to do something with. That's cool. Maybe we learned about that last time, and I don't really recall. Okay, and then the other thing was Man, do we have to go to the space station? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where is it? Oh, no. Oh, it's a different one. Well, Mel, this is a different one, but it's also a troublemaker. This guy's... Oh, not the terrain manipulator. These guys were also a problem. These, like, cat-like guys. Chalkriphoria or something. They're chalk cats. But they're also aggressive. I wonder what the split on, like, aggressive to non-aggressive animals is. And I get mats from it. I forgot you get mats from everything. I got a bunch of feline livers. Okay. Yeah. Can I make microprocessors, or do I need to purchase them? I don't really. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to read through a tutorial and have to do this whole thing, but I guess we will, because I think we have to. Oh, I need to pick this up. Okay, I was like, it gave me carbon. I was like, oh no, did I just destroy it? What's up with the side of this mountain? Should I grab some carbon? Okay, that's where I need to go back to. Or maybe that's the space station. I need to remember to grab some carbon when it's around. Yeah, that looks like the space station. I think I can just go back to my base and teleport up to... Oh, I guess do I want... Trying to think if... It teleported my ship there as well. So I think it makes sense to just go back. I was like... It doesn't really make sense, but I appreciate the convenience of it teleporting your ship back with you, so that, you know, obviously we're going to install a star drive. It needs to be there. Was that a meteor that just hit? It kind of looked like it. I don't know if it was here or if it was a bit further on. Looks like some sodium. More sodium plants that are kind of glowing. Can you do a 180 so you can see? Yeah, you can. Okay, so you can see below you if you're actually trying to, like, watch the planet. Okay, that's cool. Because it's like, oh, it's kind of annoying you can't. Oh, It does want to autocorrect you, though. I guess that would be nice if you were like, if you were accidentally upside down and you were struggling. Yeah, I'm not turning it right side. Oh, it doesn't even want to go upside down anymore. That's kind of weird. It won't even let me do it now. Am I running low on power or something? Why won't it let me fly upside down? I'm a little bit annoyed. Can you go into water? No, you cannot. At least it does not appear so. Yeah, this is also kind of the downside of what I was talking about with those limited mechanics is like, you know, you'd think you'd be able to do some stuff and you can't, but it bothered me at first. It bothers me less now. Oh, no worries, L'Oreal. I know you're at the gym. Yeah, all of this is towards the goal of getting, the ultimate goal of getting creature pellets, 100%. Yep. Yep. That is what we are on a mission to unlock. We have to do the main quest, though, L'Oreal, so that we can, that's the way forward. We're still essentially in the tutorial, and so that, you know, like tutorials will lock stuff. That's essentially what's going on. So, yeah, we are 100%, though, on that creature pellet grind. That is what we're here for sure. All right, I want to use the other stuff in my base. I don't know what I would use it for or what I would do, but I just want to click on it. Well, I don't think he likes being lasered in the face. I don't either, but you know, I really that's I mean, honestly, that's another one of those things. Like, okay, I shot this creature. Could I not just like you know, shoo it away? And again, it's like all the features that are implemented are very basic, and they're often implemented in the most basic way, or a fairly basic way, which I know even saying like a basic feature, it's still a lot, still a ton of work and what have you. Just remember, whenever you're thinking about stuff like this, if you're talking to a developer or whatever, yeah, you want to be like, yeah, I understand what you do is hard, what have you. As a consumer, we don't care. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how hard anybody worked on this. If they worked a little, if they worked a lot, doesn't matter to me. I care about the finished product, and with some of this, I just find that it is a little basic. It is the most basic implementation of a lot of stuff. Okay, I think this is where we want to go. I think this is the planet we're on, and this is the orbital thing. So we're gonna go down here and click on this. I do like the wormhole. I think it looks really cool. It doesn't... I think what's cool about the wormhole, or the teleport rather, is that while you might be like, hey, this is reminiscent of Stargate SG-1, or, you know, gives me vibes from Star Trek or whatever, like you could argue that there are some features there. I think mostly, to me, it feels original. And even though, you know, I'm sure there's something, maybe it's just like something else and I just haven't seen it, but I do like that, at least for me, as far as I know, it feels original. Okay. Another thing, I wish they would, these icons that they have that mark stuff, here, let me go back. This feels, they're a little hard, like the one that's on this thing. I didn't know if it was on this thing or if it was on something behind it. I wish they would do something to communicate a little bit of depth. Okay, sell items at the space station. Trade terminal. I assume this is where I'm at. Is this where I'm at? I just clicked on the thing. I didn't even read what it was. When selling, toggle exosuit and starship inventories with X. Open the guide. Using the 3 dash lines. Okay, figured out which button that is. Cool. And you can open the guide to learn more about money making. Okay, cool. And let's go to sell here. Hey, some silicate powder. Is that toggling the quantity? Yeah, it's toggling the quantity. And then click and hold. Okay, excellent. That's how we sell stuff. All right. Well, I'm afraid we do need to go to, like, making money. That chromatic metal sells for a decent amount. So does just the raw copper. Oh, no, never mind. I dropped a 0 there. Chromatic metal sells for a decent amount. Not a crazy amount, but a decent amount. Let's go down some. How much is the gold worth? I was going to mention this last week. I'm just nerding out, guys. We're just talking about space stuff. Gold and there are other things that we call rare earth metals. A lot of those, part of the reason we call them rare earth is that there are a lot of metals and materials that can be found abundantly in space, in asteroid belt and what have you. They are rare to Earth. So when you see shows like The Expanse and stuff like that, they're mining the asteroid belts. They mine them for ice, which you can split, get oxygen from, of course, and then obviously water is required for life. But there are also a lot of other things that are very precious on Earth, but are abundant more, solar system wide. And so the idea behind a lot of those is like one day we'll be able to, like, it won't be a problem. And there's even now, it's kind of like people who would probably call themselves futurists, or people that maybe have unrealistic expectations that aren't necessarily grounded in science, think that, like, oh, we can just, like, we should just go get, go harvest those things. And that would be great. I think we should be, like, thinking about that, but it is kind of like over the horizon a bit at currently. But if you can go out and we use hydrogen for rocket fuel and what have you. If we can go someplace and get more rocket fuel from harvesting, then in theory you could have enough fuel to come back. It would take a very long time, but it's a cool idea. And the idea is that these things are rare on Earth, but it would be so worth it. It would make they're worth so much that even if it was an incredibly expensive trip, you could essentially get all these things. Another one of the issues is like refining it and bringing back just what you need, and there's a lot of other things. But it's interesting if you're curious about looking into it by someone who actually is a scientist, not someone who calls himself a futurist. Don't listen to futurists, generally speaking. A futurist, never mind. Futurists are kind of like con men without a job. No, not always, but many of them. It's something that people like to give themselves the title of. Okay, so we're like 50K down. We need quite a bit more money. I don't really see anything that's worth that much. The copper was probably the biggest thing. Let's check out a life of crime. That would be fun. Should we check out a life of crime? How do we do that? Oh, I hit the wrong button. So this will tell you more about making money. Does it tell me more about doing illegal things to make money? All right, making money. Sell items for units. Oh, okay, that's the unit symbol. Okay, it's a U with a couple of horizontal lines through it. On the Galactic Trade Network, find trade terminals and space station outposts and shop. I'm curious how the Galactic Trade Network works, and if there is any, and if so, how much interference or making of markets by, I guess they're always making markets, but making of markets by the developers, using the kind of financial meaning for making markets, but basically, if they influence this or try to keep price at a certain level, or if it really is just entirely player controlled. I don't know if there's a huge player base for the latter. We could probably check, but we won't do it now. Maybe before next time. Mine precious metals from asteroids in space. We were just talking about this. Okay, so we could do some space mining and maybe get, I don't know, maybe we can get some copper or something even more precious. Okay, cool. And use the analysis visor to locate valuable resource deposits on planets. I wonder what is appropriate to mine on asteroids and what is appropriate to mine on the planet in game, because I know that there's a lot of stuff, elements and stuff that aren't real elements and items that aren't real items. So I'm not sure how much of my intuition to go on. Obviously, we can in the game we can readily access spaceships, so it doesn't necessarily make sense that things in space would be much more valuable. Running around on a planet from a gameplay perspective seems harder, but I don't know. All right, the mission board on space stations is a good source of income. Visit the mission board to find available jobs. Again, like doing missions might be a good way, but I'm kind of over it with reading right now. I've been working hard all day. I don't want to have to read through and figure out how to do something. So I think mining some asteroids sounds more mobeta, if you will. So we'll probably do that. Install an economy scanner in your starship to gain access to economic data on the galaxy map. Then plan trade routes to maximize profit. Oh, interesting. I didn't know they had any kind of mechanic like that. That is really interesting. I wonder, I mean, that could mean a lot of things. That could mean like an actual like player-made economy with having to go from point A to point B to transfer goods. Or that could be something much simpler and much more like cookie cutter. I don't actually understand what that means. Maybe it's a mini game. I mean, it says find complementary economy types for the perfect trade route. Farming can be highly lucrative. Find a good balance of crops and use them to craft new items. That's really cool. I also had no idea you could farm, to be totally honest with you. And Quicksilver is a unique currency that can be exchanged for special collectible items. Earn Quicksilver by completing missions from the Space Anomaly. Special weekend event missions are an especially lucrative source of Quicksilver. Oh, okay. I'm going to be honest, I had no idea that there was a lot of like player, driven stuff in this game where you felt more of the multiplayer aspect. Or that they had like weekend missions and stuff like that. That's interesting. All right, well, there's a lot of other probably really good, really important information here about all kinds of stuff. And we could look at it, or we could go change up our appearance. I like this guy. I don't like that his head collapses into like one set position whenever we're moving. So let's see if we can find something interesting. Yes. And these guys were quite fun. So maybe we could try them. This is one. Two's got a trash can lid on his head. Or what looks like it. Got like a orange or green guy. Oh, okay. I like 5 as well. 5 has these long antenna. 6 has another trash can on his head. Oh, 7 has some vaguely like Native American, like North American looking kind of tech equipment that pseudo looks like a headdress. It's pretty interesting. 9 has his eyes on eye stalks. That's interesting, with a weird hat. Oh, and 10 has 4 eyes. Man, I like a lot of these guys. I actually think I like this guy. I think we're going to go with 1 for right now. We'll come back and change it. Do I have different save spots? I think I might. I would like to apply changes, yes. Hey, look at us. We just changed species. We're now a lot shorter. Small but fierce. Did he just like bow to me? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Lyriel, these are all great, aren't they? New title unlocked. Nighthauer the Determined. Survive 20 souls on a planet. Alright, well... Where's that teleporter at? I know I left my teleporter here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Or do we go to space? Do we just like fly out from here? Did I not sell enough stuff? I mean, I don't have enough. Let's just go double check this quest marker. Yeah, I mean, it's just sell items. Is this the solar mirror we're using down on the planet, or did we make an extra? Because that's worth a decent amount. Oh, this is buying. Alright, well. Oh, man. Oh, these feline levers sell for a lot. Yeah, I would love to sell these. Oops, I accidentally turned it to... Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Oh, the stolen DNA samples. Can we sell that here? Interesting. Okay, sealed vials of unregistered DNA samples, free of the standard biosecurity mechanisms that prevent unlawful genetic tampering. Interesting. Purchase is illegal at nearly all galactic trade terminals. Regular supply is only available within outlaw systems. Selling banned goods into commercially regulated space may be highly profitable. I mean, it does seem like it's profitable. I don't understand how we're selling illicit goods that are still considered illicit, but are worth more on the open market. I don't know if this is just a break in the realism for me, but I don't understand how we're allowed to do this and like why we don't get in trouble for doing it. But we'll just try. So this is I kind of just want to talk about nerdy stuff and on games, guys. I hope I'm in the mood today. This is one of those things where, and I wish I could talk about this more. So this is one of those things where in games, you know, there's both sides of the coins. There'll be features where someone is like, oh, they put that in the game, idiot. What, you just need to look and you could figure it out. It clearly shows you in the game. And turns out that can be true with certain games. Many, many more games just have incomplete features because making games is hard. It's hard making a bunch of features into a game and what have you. This comes up with the yellow paint for tutorials. For those who don't know, there's been some games recently, or one recently, where they literally were trying to lead a player in a particular direction and they slap some yellow paint on it. And it's like, people, you know, some people hate it, some people don't care. And it's like, yeah, they should do something else to show players where to go and not just slap yellow paint on it. It's kind of like having a quest marker, right? It's a very blunt instrument to say, hey, you should go here. And it does kind of break immersion and remind you that you're playing a game. And some people prefer something more immersive. I have talked to, in recent history, some creative directors of smaller game companies, some of them indie, some of them a little bit past indie, where they have this really strong feeling like, oh, you know, you should go explore in the game, you know, you should just go look and whatever. The thing is that, you know, if you're going to say that and do that, a lot of times they'll want that idea, but if you do that, what you have to do, instead of like slapping paint on something, so for example, these alcoves, these 4 alcoves here, nothing really tells me to go to one versus another, right? There's nothing that really, and sure, there's some symbols up there, and you might say, hey, that looks vaguely like a currency symbol, but there's nothing that really guides me to a particular location. So when I'm in an area like this, I don't know where to go. Nothing is leading me towards the most obvious thing. Now, what you can do is you can slap a quest marker on it, and that'll do it. Again, it's a basic and blunt feature. I honestly don't mind. I can use my jetpack in here. I honestly don't mind it, but you know, a lot of people really don't like that, and it's just interesting to hear from like people that are heads of studios that or work at game companies that will say, oh yeah, like, you know, we want you to have to explore in our world and just go try things. But this looks like a terminal. This is a great example. This looks like a terminal. You know, if this were just an open world thing where I could just go explore anything, and I'm not talking about No Man's Sky in particular here, I'm just using this as an example, and I could just walk up, I should be able to click on this. And so if you're one of those game developers or someone who runs a studio or whatever who has the feeling like, oh, you should just be able to go out and try things. Well, The moment I go try something that you didn't think of and I can't interact, I immediately start questioning that all the other stuff that I think I should be able to interact with, that I can. These look like storage containers. I can't interact with them. Oh yeah, these are storage containers. Look, some of these are open. And I don't, it's weird, but I don't know, you would think everybody would, but I don't know if everybody really understands that that is the actual problem. And I think they like might think it's something else. When in reality, it's like, okay, if you want people to really feel like they can just go explore your world, then the level of difficulty of designing goes up by like an order of magnitude. It goes up by a lot. So, anyways, random game talk out of the way. Let's see if we can sell a few things here. Oh, scaly meat. This animal meat sells for a lot. Like a whole lot. That's interesting. We are not going. We can sell our stolen DNA samples. I'm a little bit curious if, like, you know, police show up or something. Is this guy? Oh, he's waving at me. Hi, buddy. Are you mad at me now? Help something interloper. The warriors' movements indicate that their ancestry are not currently that their ancestors are not currently insulted. Okay, well that's good. I'm glad I didn't insult their ancestors. They make friendly barking noises. Man, that's really fun. Request dialect help or practice language. I mean, request dialect help. Have we not talked to you? Ensign Amped nods thoughtfully, then presents a list of language symbols. Ah, so I think we know most of these. I don't think we know mystery, though. Can you tell us about the mystery symbol? Ensign Amped teaches you a word of their language. Okay, awesome. We've learned the word for I. That's okay. That seems very useful, but also sounds a bit underwhelming. All right. What else we got here? Sodium is so hard to come by. We actually have a decent amount now, or it has been so hard to come by. I don't think I want to sell it, honestly. Illyriel, I will not start selling creature meat. Definitely, I would not do that. Definitely not do that. I mean, we have a whole bunch of pure ferrite. It doesn't really sell for that much. So I don't really want to sell that. Should we see if we can buy some microprocessors that we need while we're here? Whew. It is expensive. All right, cool. It says refined chromatic metal. Do we need more? That'd be crazy if we need more. Journey milestone accomplished. I bet we walked. Oh no, earn 95,000 units. It says, oh no, it's just telling me my total earned. Okay. Oh, it's for several. Okay, I earned a bunch of units. And it's just telling me. Okay, cool. I unlocked several achievements there. Okay, well, is there a place here that will tell us how many we need? Oh, we have all the chromatic metal we need. We just need to install it. Oh, I just had to open my menu. And it auto-updated there. Oh, I need to, like, tell it to do whatever it's doing. Okay. Yeah, like, this is a confusing menu. It, like, has the items already set there for me, and I just have to, like, click on them, and it's like, why'd I have to do that? Okay. Oh, we need a charge. I don't know if that's supposed to be an exclamation mark. Oh, it is. Okay. This technology is critically damaged our rocket launcher. Oh. Well, we need condensed carbon and copper for that. Okay, so we should go find some more copper at some point, and also some more carbon for that, not just because we want some. All right. We need some warp cells or a warp hypercore. Sure, sure. Do we have either of those? That's launch fuel. Warp cell. We need one antimatter housing and one antimatter. Okay. View craft steps. Excellent. Okay, cool. Has it all spelled out for us here. Is there a stat difference between the different races, or are it all just cosmetic choices? I am pretty sure and fairly confident that it is just cosmetic, Mel. But I don't know for positively. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think the short guy moves any slower than the taller guy or anything like that. That would be cool, but again, I think that's kind of a lot of the stuff is the more basic implementation. So, although I think that in particular could be a bug, or a feature, not a bug, depending on what your perspective is. Okay, so that's ultimately what we need. We need to make, we need to get some oxygen and ferrite dust. Maybe we just refine some ferrite and we can turn it into ferrite dust. So I think that should be easy. And that'll give us our antimatter housing. And then we've got plenty of chromatic metal, and we just need the condensed carbon. Okay, so we need ferrite dust, carbon, and copper. Which I think mostly we just need the carbon and copper, because again, I think I would guess we could take some. Oh, you know what? There was something that was locked there. Go back. How do I go back? There we go. Sorry, I'm forgetting how to get to different menus. We also need antimatter, which is locked. I assume we need to research this. Contain negative matter and baryogenesis antiparticles. The vast energy potential of antimatter makes it highly valuable. 95% of existing antimatter consumption is in the powering of Starship hyperdrives. Thanks, Wicked. How's it going? Stats are not a thing with race in the game. Awesome. Cool. Thanks for confirming that. Appreciate it, man. A fun thing about antimatter, we have made antimatter, and it's been a few years since I checked, but we were trying to, at CERN, which is the Large Hadron Collider, I think. Anyways, we're trying to at CERN actually make and store a quote-unquote significant amount of antimatter, because we've created it. I think we've even stored a little bit, but actually trying to store, see if we could actually store antimatter, which annihilates itself and becomes energy when combined with normal matter. Pretty cool stuff. That's CERN, Switzerland, which is where the Large Hadron Collider is at, by the way. Another fun thing that if you're curious about space and science, you should look up and check out. So it's more than just science fiction. Cool. So I'm not sure it's locked. Warning, uncontained usage is not recommended. So is it suggesting, are these locked because I need to make them or because I need to research something? Don't know. Okay, let's go back to the base. Let's go get our materials, or back to the planet rather, and then go from there with figuring out those other questions we have. They're unlocked recipes. Thanks, Wicked. Appreciate it. All right. The load time, I think the first time I went through the teleporter, I think it gave me a really long time to enjoy the ride. Now it's much quicker. It's kind of fun. Well, it is night again, I assume. Probably not still the same night. I think we could probably... I don't know, maybe we'll hang on to our portable refiner. I don't know if we should put it somewhere or what. The other thing is that let's see if we can't put some of this stuff onto our ship, just to save ourselves. I don't know what we're gonna find more of. I don't know, navigation data. Maybe we don't need it. I'm not sure what we actually need to keep on our person, and what's fine to keep on the ship. Projectile. We don't have a weapon, so we probably don't need to keep that on us. I think we have plenty of spaces now. I say. That's the famous last words. What is this movement module? Oh, that's the upgrade. We bought this last time. I don't think we actually used it. Okay, so we can use it. I'm curious if we ever upgrade our equipment, replace it, or if we're constantly just upgrading the same thing. Potential improvements include... Oh, is it yeah, I forgot it's random improvements, I think. Jetpack tank capacity, jetpack fuel capacity, or exosuit speed boost duration. Let's install. Do I... Can I not install it? Oh, we just put it up here. Okay. Was that obvious? I couldn't tell that this was lit up, so I didn't know where to put it. Okay, synchronized pump, C-class movement system upgrade. A moderate upgrade for the movement system. This is just the same thing. Does it tell us what kind? Now it has stats. Okay, so 10% sprint distance, 100% jetpack tanks, fuel capacity, or fuel efficiency, I'm sorry, plus 6%. So doubles the time, but more than doubles it since it's a little bit more efficient, I suppose. I don't really know what that 6% means, but unlocks recipes up. Thinks Wicked says upper at the top. Put the jetpack together. Oh, I think. Okay, cool. Hopefully, what I did. Was this the base computer? Yeah, this is our research unit. Okay, cool. All right. Analysis unit online indicates desired research path. Buildable technology or structures. I think we still want buildable technology. Okay, so structures, more structures. Okay, just a bunch of structures, and this, is there not some other way? I'm trying to figure out how to get to the unlock the research stuff we need for the starship. Let's go mine some copper. Let's just look around first. I didn't actually search for copper. I remember we found some on multiple occasions around while walking around, but I didn't really need it or know what the purpose of it was. And my inventory was already full and I didn't know what to get rid of, so I bailed on it. So there might be some nearby, or there might not. It might have just been while we're out running around. I don't see any super close. Wonder if there's... I think we might be able to check while actually flying around, maybe? I think we might. We got cobalt. There's actually a lot of cobalt. Paraffinium deposit. I don't think we need that. There's several. They're both pretty close together. I don't know if that's... I don't know if it's like cobalt where it seems to be everywhere. I don't know if that's kind of random or Oh, there's more paraffinium. Well, I'm tempted to go grab this technology module because I do know that I need those. So I might go grab that real quick. Just because it's here. And again, we're going to need a research, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jetpack actually lasts for a decent amount of time now. That's awesome. Cool. Before, it's like, man, you could barely use it. Now it's not too bad. All right, cool. We'll give agency bonus when they touch. Log and Awakings will tell task you need to do. Okay, cool. Thanks, and I appreciate the help, by the way. Oh, we got 2 salvage data. They were, like, stacked on top of each other? Okay, that's cool. I'll take it. All right, we'll go back to our... I'm just going to look real quick, but I think we'll go back to our ship. And go search. I think... Oh, man. Jetpack's still not insanely powerful. But I think that we'll be able to scan things from the air. If not, we'll just go to a different place and set down. If we can't figure it out. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm less confident that I will actually be able to figure it out. That's, I think, what I'm trying to say. Oh, auto diagnostics report. Hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status empty. My hyperdrive is complete. Perhaps I really will find answers out amidst the stars. But without warp cells, I will be going nowhere. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that Wicked, for pointing that out. I guess at this point maybe I should have suspected that just follow along with whatever it tells you to do. But I will be going nowhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. Yep. Wait, what did that say? Search for antimatter sources. Not enough fuel to launch. I don't know if... I guess I should have tried getting into one of these menus from inside the ship, but I think I have. Oh, man, it's the last one of the Starship launch fuel. Great, I gotta make more. How do you do that? Oh, okay. The hydrogen and metal plating. How do I craft more? There we go. How much metal plating do I have? And do I need to be... Do I need to be worried about running out? I have to say, I know it's not a long-term problem, but in the short term, having to keep track of all this, like having to make one thing, but to make that one thing, you got to get another, and then multiply that times a couple, and what have you. It gets overwhelming. At least it does for me. All right. Search for antimatter traces with the Starship scanner. Okay, cool. Did we find any, or... No. Oh. Do it from orbit. That's a little bit different. Okay. So I guess we just go up then? Are we now in orbit? Starship guidance message. Okay. Hey, there we go. Cool. Oh, all right. That's awesome. Is the rings of that other planet the only place? Are we in a like? Is the planet we've been hanging out on like a moon of this larger planet? Of a Saturn-like planet. So what was it? Beta boost, I think. No, that's not B. There we go. Hey, that'll get us there. And is it still... Okay, it's going down. It's hard to, like, align the ship correctly right now. To even, like, point directly at the target. It's kind of odd. Initiating planetary approach. Entering atmosphere. Okay. This arrival time is that just indicating the entire planet? Is that what it just wants me to go to? I'm very confused. If it's something in the it looked like it was in the rings, but it's a little hard to tell. And I don't like that the arrival time is not changing. It's like changing in fits and starts. I'm a little bit confused about how that's supposed to be working. I wonder what these things are that we're passing. Like, what is that over there? Can I just scan and find out? And is that the anomaly? Okay, that's the space station. Cool. Should we have jumped to the space station and then headed this way? Hard to say. That's cool. Okay, so that's the sun. Just want to like look around here a little bit. I think those are that's just debris. One planet, another planet. Oh. Okay. Hyperborean planet. Frost crystals, copper, dioxide, sodium. High sentinel activity. And then the planet that we spawned on is known for, I guess, starbowl, copper. Okay, paraffinium and cobalt. That's why those things are plentiful. Okay, that's interesting. It's a paradise planet, too. Okay, interesting. Huh. I do love... Is that another planet? Did we already see that one? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Let's see if I can figure out the right buttons to press here. Well, I really think it's going to take us an incredibly long time to get to this planet. For anybody like confused by my confusion, the arrival time on this planet seems to, sometimes it jumps down, which makes sense. It just means we found a more efficient path or we're going faster or whatever. But sometimes it doesn't move at all. And it's weird because we're pointing at the location and our speed is essentially fixed at at whatever units that it is here. So we're going at max speed, and sometimes the time doesn't seem to go down, but we seem to be pointing right at the thing. So just a little bit confused by that. Some odd behavior. Well, I think we're having to do this for 8 minutes. Surely there's a faster way. Surely I'm doing something wrong that would get us there faster. Well, now I'm taking less efficient paths, so that's definitely not helping. But I don't know what I should be doing differently to go like faster or anything. Well, I mean, it's cool that you can travel through the solar system from point A to point B. Maybe if we had once we get the hyperdrive, we won't have to do this anymore. Maybe that's it. I'm fine with doing stuff like once, maybe even twice, to give you the kind of feeling of like having progressed. But I hope that this isn't a common thing where like you can't use whatever jump drive or whatever we get here within a solar system. Hopefully this is just like a one-time thing where once we get it, we'll be good to go. Also, this planet, it's a nuclear planet, gamma root. I assume that's from gamma radiation, copper, uranium, and magnetized ferrite. Okay. I mean, I feel like, again, we should grab copper. It's a nuclear planet. That gamma root is an organic compound. Seems interesting. But in theory, there should also be plenty of carbon that we can grab. And, I don't know, uranium seems like it could be useful. It's interesting. The magnetized ferrite we had to refine, so it seems like it's naturally occurring on this planet. That's kind of cool. I am really looking forward to, once we get everything kind of figured out, being able to just like really go and explore a bit more. Only playing once or, well, 1 to 4 hours a week is definitely taking a long time to get there, but that's okay. I'm enjoying the process so far. All things considered, I'm not super stoked about having to wait another 5 minutes, and I hope that there's just something that I'm doing wrong that's making it take this long. Kolsa, engage your pulse drive by hitting and holding spacebar if using a keyboard is... So I am using a controller. I thought I was using like whatever... I'm pressing a button to go as fast as I am. Is there some other way? Oh, hey, there we go. Kolsa, thank you so much. All right. Cool. Well, we still got a ways to go. I appreciate it, Kolsa on YouTube. Helping me out. Okay. Well, that's 1,000 times better. Will I crash? I don't think I'll crash into anything. Insufficient fuel. Okay, we're out of fuel, but we're basically there, so that's cool. Is there... Okay, we can quick charge it.
Technology recharge.
You're a saint, Kolsa. Thank you so much. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Are we good on all this pulse engine? Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome. Okay, so we should do the right buttons. All right. Engines disengage themselves. So there's like... So what am I using now? I'm using some sort of booster engine now, but there's like... no one has to answer this, guys. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. But it's weird because it's like, okay, I can go faster using the right trigger, and then I can press think the B button here on this remote to go even faster, and then there's a third method of like increasing speed. Okay, I did not, and then we're about to get a fourth. Makes sense, sure, but I guess I just didn't really. I guess I didn't really understand, and I don't have any kind of intuition. Oh, that's cool. What are these things? And I just don't really have any kind of intuition for how it should work. That is really cool. We have these almost like spherical type little soccer ball structures made out of pentagrams and some other. Is that like, are those plants on this planet, or are those just rocks? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, let's actually go set down. Are we basically there? Okay. Approximate location reached, so we will set her down. Again, with those icons, a little bit hard to tell if I was actually in the right spot, but hopefully I am. Okay. New planetary record. Largest planet. All right. New planet discovered. We can rename the planet. That's cool. It's Gen 17 right now. Scanner detected. Antimatter trace. Oh, this is okay, because this is a radioactive planet. Okay. One of these buttons will. I don't know where my radiation protection is at, if that's just part of. Oh, hazard protection. Okay. That's probably it. Yeah, it's going up pretty quick. Alright, well, does that mean I need to hurry? I don't know if I need to just scan or what. Or do you use your visor? Does my visor look different now? Deploy marker beacon. Got some roots. I don't know what that's telling me. Is it telling me it's roughly in this direction? Scan detected. Antimatter trace. Activate a target sweep from the analyzer, from the left trigger for the analyzer. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I want to, like, analyze the thing now. Can I not? Probably doing something wrong. I'd like to scan a few things. Can I scan these guys? We're in target sweep mode. Ah, analyze mode. There we go. That was the problem. That's why our visor looked different. We were in a different mode. I didn't even know there was a different mode. Yeah, it really wants me to go find this. It just is defaulting to this other mode. So I guess we should go to that before it. Oh, is that it? Seriously? Do we have to walk this far? We're leaving our ship behind? It's kind of annoying. Gotta go back for it. I wonder if these glowy plants are supposed to be irradiated, and that's why they're glowing. right, we'll take some rusted metal. What else we got? Save and chart. Requires another those Atlas passes. We got another Gek relic. I think the Gek were the guys that we met. I'm not entirely sure, if I'm being honest. Alright, that's our next quest point there. The antimatter trace.
Radiation detection.
Well, I think we found the antimatter trace. Unfortunately, I think we've also a bit run out of time, and I think we'll have to pause here for today and come back and pick this up next week because we got to travel a little bit, and I got to grab some dinner. So, Kolsa. Kolsa's telling me you can call the ship to you as long as launch thrusters are above 80% by using your quick bar. Kolsa, you just blew my mind. Okay, thank you. That's really cool. I had no idea. So all the things, I should stop being annoyed because all the things I'm being annoyed by there's actually solutions. I just don't know what it is. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that help. Well, guys, we will call it here. We're going to be doing some No Man's Sky on Thursday, and we'll keep figuring stuff out between now and then, and we'll see you guys then. So thanks, everybody, for dropping in. Kolsa, thank you so much for the help, and Wicked, also, thank you for the help. I really appreciate it. It's immensely helpful. Everybody should have friends that can drop in and explain to them how to play a game. All right, guys. Well, again, appreciate everybody dropping by. We'll do the long goodbye here so everybody has a chance to say or ask anything they have before we go. But yeah, appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in like 30 minutes. We'll be back on the hour to play some Elder Scrolls Online. All right, guys. We'll see you in a few.